Welcome back to today's lecture series. In today's video, we will be discussing about spoilage of fruits and vegetables. So, before digging into the class, let's have a recap of what we discussed in the last video, which is nothing but the different types of spoilage. And over to today's topic. Let's start with a question. Have you ever wondered why the fruits spoil even after the harvest? That's because fruits and vegetables are still biologically active and they have the living tissues, and that is the exact reason why spoilage occurs. So, in this video or in today's lecture, we will be discussing about microbial spoilage in fruits and vegetables and how to control the spoilage and what are the innovative preservative treatments that are available. After harvest, respiration continues, water loss occurs in certain cases, and the enzyme remains inactive. So, spoilage begins immediately. This leads to the economic loss and the quality degradation. And then we have the harvested produce, which have the deterioration happening, as I explained in the before slide. And let's talk about the respiration now. As you can see in the image, right from the cell division till the senescence, the each stage is given in a beautiful pictorial representation. So respiration is basically the breakdown of sugars with the help of oxygen. Climatic fruits like banana, tomato, sudden respiration peaks. Rapid ripening occurs. As a result, spoilage happens at a faster rate. In case of non-climateric fruits like grape or citrus, slow respiration occurs, which as a result has a longer shelf life. This is why bananas spoil faster than the apples. And then we have transpiration and the water loss. Water loss is from the surface, which results in loss of turgidity, wilting, and shriveling. So for this, we can take a very good example of leafy vegetables. Moisture loss is equal to the quality loss. And then we have the ethylene production and senescence. As we all know, ethylene is a ripening hormone. It accelerates the ripening process, causing softening and the color change. One ripe fruit releases ethylene, which can affect the nearby fruits that is present. That's why one rotten apple spoils the others. And then we have the enzymatic change. Internal changes include pectin breakdown, as a result soft texture is obtained, browning reactions, vitamin loss. Even without the microbes, quality can decrease internally. With respect to the microbial spoilage in case of vegetables, microorganisms attack damaged tissues. Vegetables have a higher pH where the bacteria can dominate, and fruits are acidic where the fungi can dominate. So basically, the pH is going to determine the microbial growth. In case of fruits and vegetables, we have the fungal spoilage, which act as a dominant source, as I explained in the last slide. As you can see in the image, this is how a fungal spoilage occur in case of the fruits. Need for spoilage control. To control the spoilage, refrigeration is one of the technique where 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, slow down the respiration and the microbes. And then we also have humidity control. As you can see in the image, this is one of the ideology where we use the cold storage systems where we try to maintain the relative humidity, which can prevent the weight loss and the wilting process. And then we have modified atmospheric packaging where we try to reduce the oxygen level and increase the carbon dioxide levels. As a result, it slows down the respiration and inhibit the microbes, where we try to give a controlled gaseous environment which can keep the products fresh internally. And then we have the protective coatings, which reduces the moisture loss in case of waxing in apples and cucumbers, which can limit the gaseous exchange, thereby ensuring the appearance and the firmness of the product is maintained. Physical barrier approach. In this slide, we will be discussing about the innovation preservation treatments. So, innovation preservation treatments, why it came into existence in general is traditional methods like drying or freezing and canning are effective, but there are few limitations. To overcome these limitations like nutrient loss, textural changes, high energy consumption, that's where the non-thermal technologies come in. They preserve the food without heating, whereas ensuring that the quality and the freshness are being maintained. One such treatment is called gamma irradiation. As we all know, gamma irradiation is a cold sterilization method where the food is exposed to high energy radiation like gamma rays from cobalt 60. So basically how it works is radiation penetrates deep into the food. As a result, the DNA of the microorganism is being broken down, which results in producing free radicals that can destroy the cells, that can cause the spoilage. So as a result, the microbes will not be able to grow further or reproduce. So such way we are trying to eliminate the spoilage. And the other treatment we have is ozone treatment. So what is ozone? Ozone is basically a powerful oxidizing gas that is stronger than the chlorine, which is widely used for sanitization and food processing. So how this treatment works exactly is oxidizing microbial cell walls. As a result, it destroys the bacteria, fungi and virus, which will break down the organic contaminants. So what happens is it decomposes into the oxygen, leaving no harmful residue in the particular product. As a result, the spoilage can be eliminated. So the main focus is to ensure the safety, extend the shelf life of the product, which can be acceptable at the consumer level. So these are the few innovation preservation treatments that are emerging in the field of our domain. So this is an overview or a summary of what we have discussed in today's video, whereas the three different types of spoilage and what are the factors that are responsible and how the spoilage occurs. So with this I would like to conclude by saying that fruits spoil not just because of the microbes, or vegetables do not spoil because of the presence of microbes, but it is due to the condition where they are alive and they are actively changing. Let's discuss with some other topic in the upcoming lecture series. Thank you.